Hi, welcome to One Word a Day. I'm Sophie, your co-pilot into the universe of Chinese. We are going to continue with one Chinese expression to another every day. And last time we talked about, time, discrete time. So your time unit do have limits. So basically, your time is timed. Okay. 亲密无间. If you have been following the last 3 episodes or 2, you can see how things are mixed and matching between them, right? We have this 间 concept. In 时间, it means border, right? And then we have 有 and 无. One is have, one is don't have, right? And 无间 here is like a new combination with the characters you have seen in the last 2 episodes. So 亲密无间 describes another type of gapping or border boundary. Okay, so same 间, same meaning. It means a gap between the doors. You see the moonlight between the doors. That makes you very much aware of the gapping between the 2 doors. So it just means gap now. 亲密无间. So we have 亲. Okay, in Chinese we use 亲 coupled with 人. 亲人 means your blood, your relatives, your family, basically. 亲人 is people who share your bloodline. It's your core family and also extended family. So your parents, your loved ones, your children, partners, like all of them are considered this 亲人 category. So 亲 is someone who is dear to you. 亲 is this psychologically closeness. Okay, that's dear. Somebody you know very well, somebody you feel very close. Okay, so that's 亲. 密 is spatially close to somebody. It starts from this mountain side at the bottom, and the top is a sound maker, but it's also like a visual because it's it describes a type of spatial arrangement. So it's okay that the mountain is so densely paced mountain that it looks like that space. You can see that space is kind of crowded, right? So that concept of the placing of the mountains, the spacing in the mountains or between the mountain peaks, I don't exactly know, but that spatial sense of indoor spatial sense was inferred, projected onto the mountain, outdoor spatial sense, and eventually it just becomes the spatial sense that's very dense, very frequent, like they are crowded. So dear, dense, 亲密, it means, we feel very close to someone, either a proximity spatially or a proximity psychologically or habitually. I guess if you spend enough time with somebody already, you're kind of copying each other of your behavior, thinking patterns or behavior patterns. So that way it's kind of very much in sync. You're the same people, same folks. So that's the type of dear and dense because it's spatially close. And 无间, 无 means no. Long time ago, we talked about the concept of 无. It was borrowed from the dance character, dancing. And somehow that character was used to mean there is nothing in existence. And 无 a lot of times used in Buddhism. Buddhism concepts. Like when we use 无, it's really, it got a connotation of long history or long deep philosophy sense connected with 无. And 无间, 间 is this gap. So what does it mean? Like you are very close to somebody habitually, mentally, psychologically, emotionally, and physically close to them, and no gap, like even the gap, like in the Western culture, we say we're very close to somebody, but definitely the gapping is still there, right? Because in the Western society, still individuals are very much defined as individuals, and you have your own set of habits or your own world, and you're connected to another person. You could be very close to them, but you really like still have a boundary, have a gap over there. But in this Chinese expression, we're talking about it's so close, the gapping disappears. It becomes like two individuals, almost like they're so close. They are overlapping, heavily overlapping. So in Chinese, I brought up this image of 青梅竹马. There were stories about it, of course, but that is the ideal of relationship of Chinese, that you make good friends early on in your childhood, and ideally it's a boy and a girl, and eventually they become a couple from your play dates to real dates, right? And then they just happily ever after. So that's the ideal in the Chinese culture of how you can find your soulmate early on and become so close to somebody. You basically grow up together and then end up being together. So that's 亲密无间. Simply in one English word means you're very close to someone. But Chinese doesn't have a sense of boundary over there. All right, cash into the currency of thinking by just one word a day. I'm Sophie. See you another day.